This is the world of UMCA, the Ultra Marathon Cycling Association, some of the toughest non-stop endurance races on the planet. Joe Barr is a former professional racer from Ireland. Joe and his crew have been competing since 2009. He's won the Race Around Ireland and completed the 3,000-mile Race Across America in just 11 days. He holds the record for the fastest time from Ireland's northern tip to the very south and back, 49 hours. Looking to advance his training for Race Across America in 2017, Joe has entered NCOM 1000. NCOM is short for No Country for Old Men. It's part of the UMCA World Circuit and a qualifier for Race Across America. Even in its infancy, No Country for Old Men, set in the heartland of Texas, is quickly being recognized as one of the world's toughest, most rugged courses, demanding the most physically and mentally, the kind of challenges you just don't find in ordinary races. True to ultracycling form, nothing ever goes according to plan. Shortly after arriving in Alpine, the crew faced their first problem, the roof rack.
Whatever you do, don't ask.
No, just hand.
Oh, thank you.
Do you want a coffee?
Yeah, you don't have the luxury of being able to go in at that angle.
See.
Okay, are you ready? You are ridiculous and I love that about you. And we're going to figure out, we're going to sort the roof rack out, having to make adjustments. because that's just what you have to do. I'm learning this.
Yeah. I don't think there's ever been a race that we haven't had an issue with the roof rack in some way, shape, form and or fashion.
Being Texas, it's not long before Ian and Gillian come across local steelworker Rudy, and with time running out before registration, he makes an exception from his schedule and fabricates the necessary adjustments to the bicycle rack. For crew and rider safety, all teams must undergo registration and inspection.
Okay, good. And that's probably already on file, but this is a good double check as well. So the amber lights,
yes.
You have amber lights for the top, and we'll need to see those come on as well. Oh, okay. I didn't know where they were. Perfect.
Got one of these for you, Dexter. It's one of the big peel-off stickers like it's just for your wall looking on.
Cool.
So we were here.
Thank you very much.
The crew passes whilst race director Dex Took makes final preparations to the rider GPS tracking devices, and all riders are gathered for the pre-race briefing.
Pizza.
All the way from our big effort, Joe Barr. Joe, come on up. You got something ready, Joe?
It's been a sleepless night for Joe and his experienced crew, as they know what the next 1,000 miles can bring. And with a freak October thunderstorm approaching the circuit, they nervously make their way to the start line.
I didn't sleep. How are you feeling right now?
Pumped, actually.
Pumped?
Nervous. I'm just concerned about the weather at the start.
Hey, good luck, everybody! Where's the button?
The thunderstorm is now on the horizon, and with a strong tailwind pushing the riders towards timing station 1 at Studi Butte, Joe breaks away from the pack and enters Big Bend National Park with ultra-cyclist Colin Stokes hot on his tail. Joe enters the Ross Maxwell Scenic Drive section, and with only a short window, the crew changes to a climbing bike. They monitor his nutrition in preparation for the next technical section, the notorious Chizo Basin climb.
To not eating in this cold because you're using more.
That's the drags as well.
Yes.
Come on, Joe! Ribbon, Ross, keep pushing. Okay.
With Colin Stokes
Okay.
close behind, the crew are feeling the pressure.
Joe,
We just need to do 5.
no, listen.
Stay up.
We've 875 miles to go.
I understand that.
I know you tell me that.
Listen, just listen to me. It's not going to last forever, right?
Nor are you at this rate.
No, I understand. But we can get over this here. Not too big a stop. We'll take another stop further on.
What happened to all this sunshine we were guaranteed?
Good weather for you, right?
Yeah.
Hey, they're gonna cut off the Chisos Basin part because it's really bad foggy up there.
Okay.
So he's gonna make the turn, and they're gonna stop him and send him right back out.
You don't have to do the full climb.
Why?
Because it's too dangerous. Visibility's really poor up there. So
The severe weather means that, for now at least, the Chizo Basin section has been removed, but Joe is facing a new problem: gastric distress.
How's your stomach?
Something not happening here.
Yeah, I can see that. Are you nauseous?
Yeah, a bit. And I'm sort of burping a lot. And it's pain here.
It's a pain there. Okay. So yes, that's okay. Do you want me to go out?
that's good.
Okay.
Just keep your eye on the road ahead.
Yeah, I'm
just
gonna-
pick your line. So if you just look straight ahead.
I'm going to.
Yeah, don't look at him.
I'm not going to look at him.
Joe, we're about to get in the nighttime rules now, okay? So we have an hour, okay? So what we'll need to do, there's a town in 10 miles time. I suggest we start getting you fed. Marathon. So we get you fed, we have to, like, because we have no other choice, then we can't start cooking and stuff once we're in nighttime hours.
Right, Joe, we're gonna go ahead tomorrow.
With nighttime approaching quickly, the crew decide to scout ahead through the border checkpoint to the next timing station at Marathon.
So we have water. I have water boiling for him. He's going to have a choice of oatmeal or something hot to eat. And we're going to do a clothes change and be as quick as possible and get him out in the road.
Do you have any concerns at the minute?
I'd like to see him well fed and with some clean, dry clothes. It's been a hard day of wind and it's been a hard day of wet. So it'd be really nice to have him well fed and warm.
Do you have any concerns at the minute, apart from, where is he?
Well, we've been waiting here for a little too long, and Alan is got the vehicle right now and is doubling back to try and locate him because we're a little concerned between the border crossing and going ahead a little bit that I'd just like to see him.
After a 40-minute delay, Joe finally arrives, but Colin takes the lead.
He got stopped at the border. There was a different border guard whenever he came through.
For how long?
Didn't say.
Ready?
How long? How long at the border? How long at the border?
Oh, ages. I had no passport when they were going.
Because we stopped and talked to them. Okay, we're going.
That was a mistake.
slowly.
That was a mistake.
Since you put the Garmin on, it's only 17 miles. It's only 17 miles since we put the Garmin on. Now he's 6,500 kilos.
That's a tough bit.
It's brickhead, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tough.
Now, within designated nighttime hours, the crew enter direct follow. For the next 13 hours, Joe must not leave the headlights of the support vehicle. As Joe plays catch-up with Colin towards the exposed high-altitude mountainous range of the McDonald Observatory Loop, the temperatures begin to plummet. With lowered oxygen levels and gastric distress, he's forced off the road.
My mother's bath cap.
The team spend well over an hour rebuilding his spirit and monitoring his health, and in an attempt to help his gastric distress, the team decide to change their feeding strategy. Riders battle through the night in the brutal climbs and rapid descents. With the teams now on their first night of sleep deprivation, it's not long before Joe spots Colin's crew asleep on the roadside, and Joe quietly passes him in the darkness of the night. Dawn has arrived,
Well, whenever you get in the hot
and it
tub,
has brought
you know.
high spirits.
I know you freeze to get in the hot tub because, quote unquote, it's covered in sweat and stuff like that.
Which it's like, it's boiling in grime.
Yes.
You make it so inviting.
You know I love you, you know I do. You know I do.
You just don't love my Ian grime.
No, I just don't believe in sitting in other people's bacteria.
Joe, however, is still waiting for his gastric distress to pass, and only 15 miles ahead of Colin Stokes, he begins to struggle.
Did you check how far we were in front of him?
About 15 miles.
15 miles.
That was the last time I checked.
That's only about an hour.
Goes off, get blood done first here.
It's going to be really important that we stop every couple of hours for warm food today.
It's going to be a fucking nightmare tonight, I think.
No. We've got an opportunity today to build you up if we play it right every couple of hours.
Oh, sorry.
Do you want to fork with
I wonder
that?
will he sleep tonight again?
It's why it's so important in a race situation to collect data, because with the blood sugars and the calorie input and the calorie output, you know, it's very confidence building to be able to look at Joe and say, your numbers tell me that your body is managing the physical stress, which I know is severe, very well. So what else is going on? And I think he's been riding for 24 hours with no sleep in severe weather. I think this has been one of the hardest 24 hours of his cycling career. He was overtaken on the road and he's taken the lead back. I think he's got a lot of mental stress going on right now. So I think the regular frequent stops today, where we're all together and we're feeding and we're nourishing him and we're building back the resources to hit tonight differently with confidence, is so vitally important. I think we will win the race tonight, to be honest, I do.
On the descent into Sanderson, Joe finally gets his big break. Just like the race,
Come on, you've 2.5
the
minutes.
human body itself has its own schedule. The body knows, and in the grand scheme of things, this is a wise move. Joe battles with large semis on the long descent through the Sanderson timing station, and the team make their final stop in an elevated position above the ghost town of Dryden to prepare him for another difficult night ahead.
We're just changing the gearing. We're coming into a rather hilly section, so we're going for the lower profile rims because of the crosswinds, and changing into a lower gear to enable them to climb easier. It's just to try and make life a bit easier. Right, we're still pre nighttime hours.
Yeah,
So
I can head on.
you can head on.
Yeah. Have you put the light in the back?
The team pull out just a few minutes ahead of Colin, and the men joust through the steep and cold climbs towards Fort Stockton. Ian closely monitors Colin's location on the GPS tracker, and all of a sudden, it jumps 20 miles into the city.
Tracker's off.
An official informs the team that Colin has stopped at a hotel. Unaware if Colin is resting or completely out of the race, they now know they have a window of opportunity opening up.
Okay. We're good. I want you to pull over with some good news for you. Okay? Okay, you know the way the GPS jumped?
Right.
It's because he got ferried into the hotel. Okay?
From 20 miles out.
From 20 miles out. and he's currently stopping in the hotel, so he has to get ferried back to that 20-mile point where he's at before he starts again.
It's been a rough day. The two of us were riding really hard all day, and there wasn't a big gap in it. You know, all day we were maybe sitting around 40 minutes, and you know, I dragged him into the big steep climbs, and you know, it's the only place I can take an advantage. So for now, we have a good cushion now, maybe a few hours. So we're just getting some food and we'll set off. We're in the last third. There'll be 3 big climbs to come now back in the national park in Big Bend. So it's going to be another long day and another long night. So.
Right now we're going to read out some Facebook comments to Joe because he's struggling a little bit, and this will get him going, trust me.
Well, team, great teamwork. We to unleash, capital letters, the beast from within. Get that first position back. Go, Joe. Jim Reeves. Go, Joe. You set the bar high for true ruggedness. Way to go, bro. And rock on in.
Joe makes his approach to the reverse loop of the Big Bend National Park and the Chiso Basin climb. Temperatures are now at their peak, and the sun scorches on the long descent down to the Mexican border at La Linda. With a high risk of heat stroke, managing Joe and the crew at this time is vital.
I'm on my 3rd day now with no sleep. So we've come down right here on the Mexican border, and it's got really hot, really hot. And we have, because of the weather situation at the beginning of the race, there was one section that they left out, big climb on it, and they've now reinserted it at the end of the race. So we're going up one of the big climbs in the night time. So we're somewhere after we get out of this section here from Mexican border back up into Texas. It's like a 50-odd mile section, and after that we've about 180 mile left. So we're just going to break it up into 50-mile sections and see how we can work with it right through. And at this stage here now, like, it's about, you know, trying to make sure we win the race.
See, Kevin's the only one was here.
Is this it?
This is
Yeah.
it. This is our
They are at the end of the USA and begin the slow climb back up to the top before nighttime descends upon the course. As the team turns out of the section, they spot a rested Colin Stokes on the horizon. They now know they have a 5-hour window. The Chiso Basin section that was removed earlier in the course due to poor weather conditions has now been reinstated. Joe will have to attack the unforgiving climb in the nighttime. It is arguably the toughest section of the race. A 6% gradient that increases to 12% over just 6.5 miles. We're 800 miles into the race, and Joe now has gone 67 hours without sleep. Managing this section will either make or break him.
Are you GoProing this? Oh, you are. Good.
Keep it smooth. We're getting there. Come on. Attaboy. Come on.
The crew give him moral support on the agonizing ascent. Alan and Gillian decide to jump out 2 miles from the summit to prepare for Joe's return. And Ian continues alone with Joe to the top.
Keep pushing right the whole way. Keep Come on, do it for Gillian. Keep going. Want to do it for Alan? Want to do something for me? Show everybody that you're Joe Barr. Come on, Joe, live. Think how alive you are right now. Right, come on, think of the boys. Come on. Ribbon, Ross, ribbon, Ross, ribbon, Ross, ribbon, Ross. Push, Joe, push. Come on, sir, come on. Epic ride, come on. Come on. Right, catch your breath, catch your breath. Catch your breath. Catch your breath. Hold on. Come on. I'll get you. I got your back, don't worry. Come on! Right. Come on, concentrate on your breathing. Breathe. Slow it down. Slow it down.
The team enters the Ross Maxwell Scenic Drive for the final time. Joe, now overcome with sleep deprivation, begins to argue that he has never cycled this section and suddenly becomes unresponsive to the crew. He is falling asleep on a fast descent, and the crew pulls Joe over immediately. At this point, even the crew are at breaking point.
Alright, for tape purposes, what's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm eating and I'm sleeping.
Oh.
Is that what the deal is?
At the same time?
Because possible. Do you have any idea what's going on?
No, I don't even know what plan we're on now.
The sun rises on the final day and there is only 100 miles left to the finish line.
This has been a really difficult race. The actual terrain itself has just been horrendously hard. And certainly the most difficult I've ever seen in all these events. The climbing in it's just been unbelievable. And even the road surfaces have been actually very, very taxing, very rough and bumpy, and you know, my whole body's just completely battered. So it's like, it's been a hard race for sure.
I don't have words for how I'm feeling right now. I don't. Don't get the camera out of my face.
Yeah, job done. 3 days in a car with 2 mileages.
Joe has never cycled this long without sleep.
Let's go.
And his body begins to shut down.
Yeah, I have no pain. No. My shoulder here.
The vibrations from the energy-sapping road surface aggravate a shoulder injury that Joe suffered during his crash at Le Mans 24 Hour.
We are within 40 miles of the finish. We're not going to ride 960 miles of a 1,000-mile race to give up. No. Agreed? The junction wasn't...
Now with only 40 miles to the finish and no convenience stores until Alpine, the crew are rapidly running low on supplies.
We'll see you on the road. Keep pedaling.
The way he's going, it might take maybe 3 hours, 4 hours, but we're in no hurry.
And how are you feeling yourself?
I'm tired. I've been up since 5 AM on Saturday morning. It's now 5 to 11, I think, on Tuesday. Collectively, maybe had about an hour and a half sleep in the car, as have you, and as has
So when he swings by, we'll have the conversation. This is what we have, and there's no.
That's what we have, and
there's no
the
conviction.
best we can make of it.
This is Apollo 13.
They have only 1 gallon of water between them and no solid food. The crew sacrifices what little water they have to ensure Joe has enough for his tri-fuel supply.
We have got to get him to the end.
We have to nurse him to the end. Yeah. And if I could ride the bloody bike for him, I would.
I would too.
He's not talking, which is a good sign.
I know, and I'm not encouraging him to talk
No.
because he'll just look like
If he's not talking,
he's stoic and resigned and that's
he's still thinking about it.
okay. Is it really annoying to have people that really believe in you? Oh, I know. Listen, we're sticking with you for 40 miles. There's no sight of anybody. Truly.
No.
Wouldn't matter if there was. You have 33 miles to go. Careful. One mouthful. Well, we're going to work with this a little bit.
You can say you didn't give it your best.
Well, I tried everything there to try and get it to come around, it just wouldn't come out. The longer I sat, the worse it was going to get. I needed to just keep it moving.
Yeah.
It's up
Right,
in an hour.
Oh, no.
Joe's body begins convulsing and his legs are completely shot. And there's no cellular service to ask for help. If he stops pedaling now, he will be unable to continue. Every pedal stroke is agony, and Joe is down to mental strength. Gillian gives him the last 2 bottles of tri-fuel, and they can do no more than watch Joe suffer. After climbing for the last 100 miles in agony, Joe makes the final push over the crest before the descent into Alpine. The city limits are in sight. Joe crosses the finish line in 80 hours and 35 minutes after cycling non-stop without sleep for 1,000 miles. The pain, the suffering is over. Dex Took asked all the riders, are they rugged enough? And 1,000 miles later, Team Joe Barr has proved that they are indeed rugged.